Hi, welcome back to my sewing vlog, The Seaside Sewist. This is an introduction to a little sew along, a chatty sew along for the Naya Tee shirt by Tammy Handmade. So I am now going to cut out, so I'm sort of timing all of this, so it's going to be how long it takes from cutting out to having finished the garment. So here we go. Right, we're back on another day. We are going to sew up this Naya t-shirt today and see how long that takes. So I'm sort of timing this. I think it took about 10 minutes to cut out the other night. So I'm just going to attach this at the shoulder seams and then pop it through the overlocker. So we've done the first shoulder seam. Been having a little bit of a nightmare with the overlocker this morning, so it's either going to play ball or it isn't. Okay, so that looks great. So that is kind of as pattern matched as we're going to get, I'm afraid. It's a viscose jersey, so it's not going to really behave itself very well. So just do the other shoulder seam now. So I've put it on pause for a little bit, but I've got Harry Potter going on in the background there. I'm a nightmare for watching Harry Potter when I sew. I literally finish the series of Harry Potter and then literally start it again. So I'm on the third one, which is The Prisoner of Azkaban. It's not my, if you're into Harry Potter, it's not my favourite one because it has that bit where they sort of go back in time. So you feel like you're watching it twice, kind of thing. If you know, you know. So getting all this matching up, I'm trying to. It really is a very easy sew if your overlocker is playing ball. So pop this one through. And I'm going to have to put you on pause because it's all come out again. I don't know what it is with the overlocker today, but it's just all unthreaded itself. So we've obviously got a shoulder seam that I'd all clipped all in the right place. I don't know about anybody else, but my overlocker works fantastically for ages. For absolutely ages. And then today I changed the thread because I had rainbow threading, and I kind of wished I hadn't changed the thread now. Right, we're back. Let's see how long we can get out of this one. Seriously. All right, second shoulder. That one's a little bit better. But there's nothing else I can do about the first one now. That's fine. Right, so they're the two shoulder seams done. Now I have one of these little craft irons just for when I need to do that sort of thing. So we'll just plug that in. Get the tailor's ham out, and then I literally am just gonna iron the shoulders over to one side or the other, just whatever side, because there's not a back and a front at this point in time, so I can just iron that one, and then iron this one. That will be fine. So we're done with that. And the next part is actually one of my favourite parts. So you need to get the first cuff, whoop, nearly, first cuff, and you literally need to fold it in half, wrong sides together, so your nice part is on the outside, and you kind of need to line it up with your sleeve. So we've just done the shoulder seams, this is your sleeve, and you literally need to just pop it all the way along there. So I'm just gonna fold it in half so that I can get that center point, so that that can go right on your seam. So if you just do that center point there and just put an actual pin in it so we know where it is, and then we need to line up the raw edges with the raw edge of the top. So I'll just pop this bit on just so that I can show you where I've done that. I'm just gonna pop it along. Oop. Again, I'm kind of going along a little bit and trying to sort of match the stripes, which is a bit of a nightmare, but I've decided to work with a stripy fabric. So we do these things to ourselves, don't we? I don't think it's particularly gonna work very well, but we'll try and stay as on as we can. So that is sort of clipped right along. I'm going to clip it right along, and then we're just going to overlock that into place, which is going to be fun with these stripes, but we'll give it a go. I have been sewing for quite a while, I am kind of eyeballing the fabric and the stripes. Brilliant, they say. Isn't she clever? Well, no, I might not be. When this is done, it might look horrendous. So that will be that. Yeah. A great match anyway, but So yeah, we haven't particularly got a great match, but it's fine. So if you can try and see there, it's a viscose jersey, so this is just draping all over the place. So I've overlocked that right across the sleeve, so that when I turn it out, we've ended up with a cuff. So I think that's okay. So I'm gonna just do the other one, the other side, and then I'll press those back. So we've got our other piece here. Yeah, I don't think it was my best idea ever to do a stripy one. Or I should have maybe done like, not a ribbing, but maybe cut the fabric the other way, which I thought I had done, but I'd rather it be put in properly. And not stretched out, rather than matched, I think. But as I say, because it's a viscose jersey, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really nice. But it's hanging about. It's like falling off the table and just alluring to itself at the minute, I think. So this fabric I bought in Boys the other day for £3.50. So even if it's something that doesn't get worn, you can buy a t-shirt for £3.50 these days. So we've got that one on now. Let's see what that one looks like. Yep, not too bad. Not too bad at all, really. So I'm just going to press those, and it says to press the seam allowance towards the t-shirt itself. So I will just get my little craft iron out again. I haven't got room in this room to set an iron up. I could bring one upstairs and set it up outside the room, which I think if I was doing something like an occasion dress or something like that, I would be more inclined to do, but it's just a little bit of a pain to do that. So in your initial process of making a garment, that little iron is absolutely fine, so it works for me. It really does. And pressing at this stage is really important to do, because it's just setting all your seams in there. Otherwise you've got like bouncy seams, or it just looks, it does look different when you press it. It really, really does. Okay, now comes the fun part, which I think I have cut differently. And so this is the neckband. So the neckband is the next part, and I've cut it that way. So maybe that wasn't a good idea, but that's what I've done. But because this is viscose jersey, this could really stretch out. So I'll put the seam in. And then with a neckband you quarter it, so you've obviously got your seam at the back there, so you know if you put that at the back and fold that in half, that is your centre point there. So I just put a normal pin in to mark that, and then you put your centre back and your pin side together so you can find the other two bits at the end there. And I'll put a pin in there and in the other end. So on your top, obviously your shoulder seams are going to be two of your points, so you just need to fold those in half so that you've got the halfway point there. And I'm just going to pop a pin in the front piece and a pin in the back piece, and then you know that there your four points where you need to marry up. So I always put my back seam at the back, so I'm just going to fold the neckband in half, because that's going to be the proper width of the neckband, like that. So I'm going to do that all the way around and press it. Careful not to press the pins that I've put in, but it'll just kind of help us set that a little bit. You're probably thinking, why are you randomly holding the iron like that? Isn't that a bit dangerous? But in my old room, so when I had my old carpet down, the amount of times that the iron dropped onto the carpet, you know, it is only small and it's not particularly very hot, so I'm going to pop it back over there. So I've got like a neckband like that, and now I'm just going to marry it up to all the points. So this is now the point where you're going to know which is your front and your back. You can put a label in, but I'm not going to bother with this. So I'm just going to pop this in and then show you how I've done that. I'm going to pin it in, I'm actually going to clip it in. One. Careful not to twist it as well. Two. The other ones that I made were a lot more stable to work with, and this is going to look lovely because it's going to have like a drape to it, but the others were a lot easier to deal with. A lot easier. So as you can see there, I've sort of clipped it in at the 4 points. Some people based it in now on a sewing machine. Some people put a lot more clips on. It's quite an easy neckline, so I'm just sort of going to go in with it. So I'm going to start at the back, on the back seam, and then guide it through. Okay, so we've got the neckband in now. I'm just going to run my finger around it just to make sure it is all in. So that's our neckband. So I put it in on a bit of a stripe like that. So I'm just going to press that. And I didn't top stitch my other neckbands down, but I might on this one. Because of the drape of the fabric. I'll see when I've pressed it, see what I think. Because I have to top stitch the hem down anyway, so I can always do that. Just making sure that that seam allowance is turned towards the body of the garment. Otherwise, again, we're just going to have a wobbly line of a seam allowance. Okay, so we are actually nearly done. So you've got your entire top, and now we're literally going to turn it wrong sides together and sew underneath the arm and all the way down to the bottom. So again, pattern match the stripes. And I think this is maybe the point of this top where I maybe do need to do that. I don't know why I've done it, but why do we do these things? I think it might be best actually to put, even though I've just said don't use pins on your overlocker, it might actually help me on these stripes. Right, I'm going to start at the top, like the sleeve, and go down over, and then kind of guide my way through the stripes as I go. So let's give that a go. I think that went quite well. Just is until you turn it out. It's slightly off. Slightly off, but not massively. So do the other side. And the drape on this is beautiful, so it's going to be lovely. I would have preferred it if it had been not as drapey, I think. But I think what you need to remember about a stripe as well, just because it matches up where you are at the edge, it doesn't mean that a centimetre and a half in at your seam allowance it's going to match. So you maybe should do that. So look at it a centimetre and a half in. That's a little bit better on that side, which is fine. So we've literally got our t-shirt, and now all I have to do is cut some threads off, turn the bottom over and turn it over again, and then run that through my sewing machine. So I'm going to go and do that. This hasn't been my best vlog. I've literally just done the hem and totally forgot to press record, so it's not my best work. Some of the thread has gone into the grey, some of it's gone into the black, so it's going to have to be one that is tucked in. I'm not going to, for that reason, I'm not going to stitch the hem, the neckband down. So it's okay. So as you can see, that didn't particularly go plain sailing, but it's a bit of a sew along, bit of a chatty vlog at the same time. So let me know if you found that video helpful. Are you going to now go off and make your own Naya t-shirt? Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this vlog. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this, and please subscribe if you don't so already. Until next time, bye.